Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is officially Friday, November 22nd at around 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, it's the first time I've ever filmed a video and uploaded it same day. But the reason we're doing that is we're making today's episode all about you guys. Ask questions, fill you in what's going on flex-wise, what's going on with the Mini, and what you guys can expect coming up on the channel in today's episode. Alright guys, so as you know, I do a lot more than just what you see on the channel. As a whole, Factory Fiction, being myself, I do graphic design, I do auto design, wrap installs, wrap design, all pretty much anything involved in customizing cars, I'm with it, and I'm available for hire or services or anything like that. So I have a couple of cool things back here behind me to show you today, just to give you guys kind of an inside look at other stuff that I have going on other than the Flex and the Mini, stuff that you guys know about. I also have, we're gonna do Mini updates, we're gonna do Flex updates. The main goal of the video today is I'm trying to interact with you guys, my subscribers, my loyal fans. First of all, I appreciate you so much. I think as of this morning, we're at 177 subscribers. I know we can do so much better, but I'll tell you what, I'm so thankful for all 177 of you guys rocking with me from the beginning. I know in a few years, we're gonna look back at this and think how crazy, how crappy the first videos were, stuff like that. But let's go ahead and get into it. So you guys have met my good friend Gabe at DC5 Ronin. You've seen him in other videos. He has the RSX Type S that we've worked on here. So I've basically been working on a project for him. He's got an air ride set up that he's getting ready to install before show season this year. And he basically bought a setup from another guy with an RSX. It was hardly used. The tank was a little beat up. It was white, which fits his motif perfectly. But it came with a AccuAir Exo mount, which basically allows you to mount up the compressors in kind of a display fashion, which looks really cool. It just needed some help. So he brought it over here and we got to work on it. So let me go ahead and show that to you, and then I'll kind of explain what we got going on, but just so you guys can get an inside track look at other projects I've been involved in and that I'm currently working on. So let's check it out. All right, guys. So here is Gabes Tank. Let me go ahead and pan around here for you. It has AccuAir E-level setup with it, but I mean, this is the end result. So we started with everything was blank. He's running dual 400C Viair compressors, which if you've ever seen an air compressor in like the stock label, it's really sad looking, and it didn't fit kind of what we were going for. Now, when Gabe came to me with this, he was kind of trying to decide to redo the theme on his car. I know he's at the current point, he's removed the standard issue livery that was on the outside, and he did so after he saw the tank livery that I designed. So we got Ronin and Kanji down here. We got the AccuAir, the DC5 Ronin, obviously Factory Fiction, and then these really badass koi fish that I designed with individual waves. And then if we come around to the back, we got a couple little Easter eggs that I threw in for him. We got the Defiant banner, which if you guys, I haven't really talked much about it, but I'm the president of Defiant Culture. We are car club based here in Bellingham, Washington, and Gabe is actually my vice president. So we threw that on there for him, and then just a little homage to him and his girlfriend. Just their initials on a little piece of sushi is kind of an inside joke, but he loves it. This came out really great. Another thing I like to do, I wrap cars, but I like to see how far I can push the limits of vinyl and what we can do. So I wrapped his compressor lines in gloss black vinyl, and honestly, they came out really great. I don't know if you can see the contrast, but it looks really good. They used to be just regular steel braided, you know how they look, obviously. But yeah, so we basically, all this is, I designed it in Illustrator, also the custom AccuAir label, because this was kind of an ugly looking brass-ish, kind of like this color, if you can see that, like the washer there. But yeah, we covered that up too, but yeah, black and white it out, and then obviously the custom designed Viair 400C decals. But yeah, man, he was so excited about this, and I'm so glad, because I'm really psyched on how it came out too. However, once we did this, he liked it so much, he was like, how am I gonna clean it? I was like, ooh, that's a good point. So I went ahead and very carefully clear coated over all of the vinyl. So it is all safe. You can obviously see that hard gloss coming off of all the facets there. And now it's perfectly safe. So you can wipe right across it, because look at all these little tiny intricate spikes and ends of these pieces of vinyl. If you would have wiped that with a microfiber, it would have ripped it right off. Like, they're so fine and intricate, but now no worries at all. Nice and shiny and glossy. And then to boot, I threw a coat of ceramic coating on it for him. So once this goes in the car, good to go. Another thing that I did do was custom fab some L bracket mounts. So we're gonna throw it right in the trunk. He's literally gonna bolt it, because he basically made it into a track setup. He currently has no rear seat. So I prepped those, cut them, cleaned them, grinded them, and then shot them in the coated bed liner. That was the video I was thinking about posting today. We shot his whole trunk area in bed liner, so maybe I'll post that up next week or in a couple weeks. But yes, this is a really cool project I knocked out. If you guys are in need of any kind of design work or anything like this, please hit up your boy, and remember to go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Factory Fiction. I post stuff like this, any kind of progress pics with the Flex if you want to stay up to date, and then my car photography is on there too if you're interested in that. So that gives us an update on current projects, so let's move on. All right, guys, so that's side projects. I'm also working with my buddy Will, which you guys saw in the last video, on a wrap design for his Mini Countryman, which is kind of cool. We're kind of working on that halfway. But yeah, so that's that's what other kind of stuff I'm working on in my spare time. I do also have a job and take care of my family and my kids. So it keeps me really busy, like unbelievably busy. So okay, let's move on to the mini updates. What is going on since last time you saw the mini? A lot of stuff and not much at the same time. So I didn't want to visually alter the mini too much before you guys had a chance to catch back up video wise. I've not filmed any videos with the mini. Here's what has happened. I will go ahead and post a picture. If I have like a before, I mean, you guys, I'm sure you remember, it was very stock looking. So all that I've done is basically black out 90% of the chrome, which drastically helped the look. It looks a lot tougher. And honestly, I wasn't a huge fan of the true blue metallic color that it is until I blacked out the chrome. It completely changes the shade of blue it is. It makes it pop a lot more visually stimulating. So I really like it. So that kind of changed our plans short term of wrapping it. We're not gonna do the wrap. I think we're gonna do a wrap maybe within the next year. and it'll be some kind of cool livery. I think, you know, some kind of rally style livery. But yeah, so other things I've done, I did, and I think I told you guys about it before, I did piece together a 19 set of BMW Style 67 M3 wheels. Now, I basically got a full set, a staggered set from my buddy Tyler, that owns Bag Barn, which they're the guys that are hooking up the air system for the Flex, okay? So I got that set, and then another friend of a friend does powder coating, and he actually just happened to have another set of fronts that matched, and he's a powder coater. So he basically gave me a deal where I got his fronts, I brought my fronts down to match, he powder coated all four, and then we're good to go. So I actually have one of the finished wheels sitting right here. The rest are over in my office, but I brought one out here to specifically show you guys. Also another part that I got for the Mini. Other than that, I also recently secured a full square set of BMW wheels. I can't remember which style number they are. They're like 2 something. They're kind of a late model, but they were a little beat up. But they're all 17x8s, which is crazy to find in a BMW. It's hard to find a square set of wheels. So I picked those up for deals, 80 bucks, you guys. And then I basically sourced a set of Bridgestone Blizzaks, and that is officially the winter set. I went over to Andy, had him mount them up for me. They are currently on the car. Car looks sweet, man. It still obviously needs to be lowered. I'm playing around with that though. I actually am going up to see Tyler at Bag Barn tomorrow, so kind of not going to get into the suspension wise yet. But what I did get, another cool thing, was rear lower control arms for the Mini. Now I did kind of a lot of research, and as far as quality, bang for the buck, I think this was the way to go. These are from Godspeed. They are rear fully adjustable lower control arms. So basically this allows us to eliminate that camber in the rear that's gonna happen when we lower it. So I knew I was lowering the car. We obviously have the BC coilovers for it already. We're planning on installing those. We kind of, like I said, playing around with other stuff, but these are in stock. We will be using these. They look awesome. The quality looks great. Finish is awesome. Perfect. As you guys know, I'm going for that BMW M styling on the Mini, and so I think the red is perfect along with the blue, which looks like another blue color from the M package. So psyched on that. That's basically where we're at with the Mini. I'm still trying to sort out performance package, what we want to do on it. It is my wife's daily driver, so I want it to remain relatively drivable on a daily basis. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Do you guys want to see the wheels? I'll show you the wheels. All right, guys, so here you have them. Oh my gosh, they look so good. I do have kind of a preliminary render that I did for the Mini. I will probably throw it up here so you guys can check it out. But you'll get, there's something about white roofs and white wheels on any brand of any model of Mini Cooper that just gets me. And so these are all freshly powder coated white with fresh brand new BMW badges and brand new M badges, because like I said, these are official OEM BMW Style 67 M3 wheels from the front, 19x8 squared. So those are the Mini wheels. There's the, as you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see it enough, but that red like is almost the same red in the M logo. So that made me really excited, but there's the Mini wheels. All right, guys, so we touched on the Mini. Let's head on to the Flex. Where's the Flex right now? The Flex is still at paint. And I know I must sound like a broken record by now, but man, stuff happens. Like I said, originally, we're almost at officially a year that we've been working on the Flex. It's been about a year since I've driven the Flex, like as a car and not just driving it to transport it from builder to builder basically. So yeah, so it's still at paint. I actually talked to Eric before I shot this video this morning. He said they're really close. I'm getting basically a custom rear metal tube bumper made for underneath our custom FFRS rear bumper, because the stock one is so big and blocky and heavy, never gonna fit. We would have had to modify it a lot. I was just like, you know what? Think we can do this? He said, absolutely we can. So that's what we're gonna do on that. I think it's gonna be a great addition. I think bang for the buck, totally worth it. He's basically gonna build it out of two aluminum tubing or metal tubing, honestly. And then there'll be braces down, just like you've seen on a lot of Hot Boy cars or drift cars, with a jack mount on the bottom. So I'll literally be able, and it'll be even with the FFRS rear bumper. So if we bottom out, we'll tap that. Otherwise, I can literally have a jack point right in the middle of the rear bumper, so I can jack up the rear of the car if I ever need to do that or for any other reason. And it'll give our brand new bumper the much needed support if anybody sits on my tailgate, anything like that. So before I was kind of worried. Now it feels really solid when it's on there, but if a grown human's gonna come and like sit in the tailgate and crack that rear bumper, I would be devastated. So this is our way around that. It's gonna be great. Definitely great addition. So same thing, like I touched on, going to see Tyler tomorrow. We're gonna talk about the air ride. Hopefully that is gonna happen after the Flex gets back from paint. Now, ideally that would have been the order, because all the interior is out, clean slate to run all of our airlines, all of our harnesses, everything needed, everything's out of the car. So literally we can see anywhere we want to put stuff, where we can hide stuff, where it'd be easier access to be able to service stuff if we need to. So ideally that's gonna happen next. Now, there's been some moving around and pieces that we gotta figure out, so I'm not quite sure where the install is gonna happen. It's possible it can happen up at Bag Barn. It's also possible it might happen down here. We might do the install, they might do the install. There's lots of stuff kind of up in the air with that right now, so we're gonna figure it out, and I should have an update for you guys soon. As far as interior, I went and saw the boys, Jordan and Scotty, down at Crafted on Wednesday morning, and I feel great about where things are at there. We made a little adjustments, a couple of pieces I just kind of wasn't feeling the vision for, so we scrapped that, got new plans. The seats are getting really, really close. They got foam on them, they've shaped them up. They look incredible. I can't wait to show you guys the interior. This interior is huge. It's one of the biggest undertakings in the car. And so I literally can't wait to show you that. So that's pretty much where we're at Flex wise. I always have a list in my office up on the board of stuff I need to try to figure out, stuff I need to get in, get done before it gets back from paint, after, blah, 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 blah. But stuff is still moving forward, stuff is getting done. But as of right now, we are current in the Flex timeline. I think I have 4 videos filmed that I'll post over the next 4 weeks that basically gets into other things which I was talking about, which we'll go into right now. All right, so where's the channel headed? Well, as you guys know, we build cars. I want to keep building cars. I want to be at some point in the same conversation with a TJ Hunt, a B is for Build, a Tavarish, I mean, the list goes on and on. Goon Squad, all these guys. And if you haven't checked out their, how about Built? My boy Caleb down in Alabama, man. Check out Built on YouTube, on Instagram. Literally go follow all of those guys. They have been a huge inspiration to me. I think it's super cool. Chris and B is for Build, they're down in Portland, which is a couple hours from me. I would love to do some collaborations in the future, but check those guys out. Huge inspiration. If you like this channel, you will most definitely like those channels. Future projects, I got a couple of things in the works we're throwing around the idea we're gonna do a find a ride, and I'll explain that more. We might try to shoot an episode within the next couple weeks, which will give you an opportunity to kind of meet my crew, the Defiant Culture crew. The 4 videos that I do have filmed already, 3 are with Kai, which you guys have met before. He gave me a ride down to drop the flex off for Chris Janneret to do his thing on the exhaust and then get the brakes installed. And then I have a video with Gabe, this is his tank, of us prepping out the whole hatch area when he was doing his track setup style. So he removed the rear seat, we did bed liner, so that'll be one of the 4 videos also. But I do want to get into more video series on the channel that give you guys more interaction. I would love to do Rate My Ride. If you guys want to send us like Instagram handles where we can check out cars and then do a 1 to 10 rating on them. I can bring in different members of the Defiant Culture crew so you guys can meet them. We can kind of do some interactive stuff, kind of podcast style. Yeah, so that's kind of some upcoming things that we're working on to keep you guys in the know. Our last topic is merch. I want to hear from you guys. I want to know what you guys would be interested in as far as merch. I've been designing shirts and clothing designs for quite a few years now. I make a lot of my own shirts, gear for the homies, gear for the crew. So I want to know what you guys are interested in. Some initial ideas, obviously, some t-shirts, maybe some hoodies. I do have a hookup on hats, so we get factory fiction hats made. I'm thinking about doing some limited edition Flex RS gear. If you guys would be interested in that, let me know. Also, we've been throwing around the idea of plate surrounds. So the plate frame for your license plates has factory fiction on it, stuff like that. Also, jet tags. The keychains, they're usually red. They say like remove before flight, but ours wouldn't say that. They'd be factory fiction specific. And like I said, all these things I can do specific Flex RS special editions or mini M editions, stuff like that, whatever you guys are into. But like I said, this whole episode is try to get to start interacting with you guys more. I want this to be an open community. I want you guys to really voice your opinions, voice where you want the channel to head, voice what other kind of content you make or you want me to make, because literally I'm making this content for you guys. I'm not making it for myself. I love what I am doing. I love building cars. That is my passion. I want to build cars for SEMA. I want to do big corporate builds. That is my dream. This is how we get there, but I want to keep you guys happy. I want to make sure you guys are hitting that bell, that notification bell, subscribing, telling your friends about what's going on here on Factory Fiction. So please, please, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, like this video, comment on every video, and literally I answer every comment. Negative, positive, I really want to interact with you guys because I want to make Factory Fiction as a brand better. I want to make this channel better for you. I want you guys to be excited when you get a notification that says a new Factory Fiction video is out. So today's video is going to be a premiere video. I'm actually going to be live online when this video goes live so we can interact, comment. I'll be right there with you guys. So as always, please do all the things I asked. Keep loving the car community. Remember guys, aspire and inspire. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace!